All right, how to start your newsletter even if you're not ready. So, I'm recording this video like less than 24 hours before this newsletter goes out on Sunday morning, and I just lost track of time, and so I decided to write something very quickly for you guys and record the YouTube video. All right, so this was me just like a couple minutes ago while I was writing my newsletter, right? So, again, today's issue, right? I just want to do something different and share with you guys like what you guys could do if you're thinking about starting a newsletter but you've been holding back, because you're not feeling ready, right? And or you just don't know what to write about, right? But you deep down you know that you need to start your newsletter, right? And so like days, weeks, months have passed and you still haven't started, right? And so today I want to share with you 8 ways. I'm pretty sure I wrote 8 ways that you can start your newsletter even if you're not ready, right? Like on how to start your newsletter even if you're not ready, right? So number one is very simple, and that is like don't overcomplicate your newsletter, right? So you might think that you need to have the perfect first email, right? When you're sending to your subscribers, right? You need to have the perfect design for your newsletter, perfect landing page, right? But all that you're just procrastinating, right? You're just like trying to delay as much as possible because you're thinking that you need everything to be perfect. And so the funny thing is that when I started my local community newsletter, right, that you guys know about, I started it with a um, basic template, basic landing page. Like it wasn't even like a nice design template that now I have, right? I probably fixed it only last month, and that was like 4 months into the newsletter, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Um, I can show you guys quickly actually. Let me go to here, right? And if I go to the template, right, you can see here, this was version 1, right? So if I preview it, like it wasn't very fancy, right? It's like not what I use now, right? It's a lot different, right? And if I go back to my more modern one now that I use every week, I use this one, right? You can see it's a little bit, it's kind of the same, but I kind of changed it up, right? Kind of cleaned it up, right? And so, yeah, again, it doesn't have to be perfect, as you can see. Like you can improve it over time, and that's the beauty about like using something like Beehive, right? You could improve your template a lot more, right, over time. So the second thing is, right, you're gonna need to subscribe to a newsletter company, right, an email provider. So like honestly, you could just click Beehive. Like you can use the link in the description below, right, to sign up. You'll get I think 30% off for 3 months, right? And so I mean I've been using them for like 3 years, and I don't plan on changing. So yeah, you guys could use Beehive. So that's number two. Number three is get your first subscriber, right? So this is pretty easy to get your first subscriber, right? You can literally ask your family, friends, colleagues, right? You can share your newsletter on X or any other social platform. So before I shipped the first issue, right, of the local newsletter, I should probably fix that. I posted it in my local subreddit, right, and got a few subs from there. So I think I got like 10 subs that first week, like, and so that like clicked and saying, okay, somebody's gonna actually receive this email, so like, you know, let's just ship it out, right? And so it just helps with the mindset, right, of being able to know that somebody is going to receive your email. Number four is you don't need to tell your readers that this is your first issue, right? Some people like write a whole story of like welcoming, like explain that it's the first issue, right, and like it's and how excited you are and etc. Blah 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 blah, right? You don't need to do that. For my local newsletter, I didn't do it. I just continue writing it like as if like I've been writing it for like years, right? I didn't say welcome to the first issue, right? I didn't even put numbers or anything like that, like 001 issue, right? 002 issue, right? I just didn't do that. I wanted to make it feel like when the subscriber joined, that I've been doing this already for a very long time, right? Even though it was only my first issue, right? So, and so you don't need to tell your readers any of that, right? On your first issue, you could just write what you're thinking and just ship it, right? Choose a date and time for when you'll send a newsletter. So this is like really important, so that you just have that in your head of when you need to ship it out, right? So it could be any day. You don't have to stress of like, should I send it like Monday mornings, Tuesday mornings, or Wednesday evenings, right? Or should I send it Sunday mornings, right? Just find a day and time that works for you, right? So if that's like sending it at 8 p.m. on a Friday night works for you, make sure you send it out. You might not get a lot of readers since maybe people are like relaxing on Friday night, right? So it might not be a good time, but like, just ship it, right? That's the most important thing. It's just getting started and sending that first email. Stay consistent, right? So once you ship the first issue, you just need to make sure you keep your schedule every week. So this is very important, right? Like, so how I'm doing the last, I think now 5 weeks, I've been pretty consistent, right? Shipping this email newsletter, right? Once a week to my readers, right? And so, yeah, and it's pretty simple. Sunday mornings is the day and time that I choose. And then, of course, number 7, repeat. So pretty much just get your subscribers, continue writing, continue shipping at the same day and time over and over and over again, right? And you'll start to build that habit of like, oh, I need to ship my newsletter, so like, let's sit down and write. And then, congrats, you started your newsletter. And like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Like, again, your first newsletter doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to start, right? And so hopefully this helps to start your newsletter, even if you don't feel ready, right? Like, you're never gonna feel ready, and so that's why it's really important to just start now, because once you start, you'll feel ready. You'll feel ready, I guess. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later, and yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Peace.